When you came out, do you think that it was news to your friends?
No, it was very insultingly not surprising.
Right.
I remember the first two friends I called, and they were actually at a Sam Smith concert. And I was like, guys, I'm gay. And they were like, that's great, we'll chat to you later. And I was like, that's not the response I was expecting.
Not good, is it? Well, I think we can just say to everybody out there, if somebody who you know, who you suspect is gay comes out, you should not say what a family member of mine said as well. One of my extended family members said, oh, you're finally coming out, are you?
It's not.
Yeah, I know that you're trying to diminish it. I know that the sentiment is good because they're trying to say, like, it's not a big deal, I don't care. You could have done it years ago.
But to you, it feels like the biggest, most important thing.
Yeah, it's also like, okay, great, your gaydar's fabulous. You want a fucking golf clap for that? Congratulations. Like, yeah, you picked it maybe more than other people did, but like, it's not, this particular moment is not all about you.
Sure, and in hindsight, I wasn't doing a fabulous job of hiding it either. Like, there was a lot of writing on the walls, right. Particularly around like interests and stuff. But
when you say that it was hard for you to come out, what was hard about it if you sort of knew that everybody knew?
It wasn't that I didn't think people wouldn't accept me. That was never my fear. I think there was just a lot of sadness and surrendering to that life that I was never going to live, that white picket fence thing. And that was sad to me as a young person.
Because there were no representations of gay people having families at the time?
Zero. And still to this day, very little.
Hey, I'm doing my bit.
And I applaud you, and I've spoken to Sean about it, and I commend you so much because I speak about this frequently, about representation. And first of all, it's very little. And when it is, we're dying of AIDS, we're partying. Do you know what I mean? Like the representation that we do get is very, very limited to the gay experience. I would love to see a happy, healthy, successful gay person like in a mainstream movie or television, and that be it. And that be their plot.
Well, we have had that for a few decades now, haven't we?
I'm in terms of like, I can't think of any.
Any famous gay people?
No, sorry. Like as the narrative of the plot, you know, sorry, like in terms of like we've had your Will and Graces and stuff, and that's a great example.
Yeah.
It's few and far between, though. I think when we are on television,
there was that not very good romantic comedy that was directed by what's his face,
Bros.
Yeah.
And that was last.
Do very well.
That was last year.
Then he said that it was because it was a gay romantic comedy, but it may also just be because it was not a very good film.
Sure.
But I take your point. Right, the normalization of the gay experience rather than it being a queer film or
I would love to see it integrated.
Yeah.
And I talk about this a lot with my friends. What I want to see is like, I would love to see, what's the industry? Let's firefighters, sure. Just for the homoeroticism here.
Right.
But like,
okay. You're picturing a calendar, a wall calendar with shirtless firefighters.
No, what I'm imagining is like your fire department who are fighting the bushfires in Australia, and one of them happens to go home to his husband and 2 kids, and that be it.
Yeah, right.
That's not the plot driver. The plot driver is there fighting against the huge bushfires in the Australian outback or something.
Yeah.
And that's where I go, we've made it.
Right.
We've integrated into the mainstream, as opposed to I saw All of Us Strangers the other week. Have you seen that?
Not yet, but it's on the list.
It's beautiful, but again, it's beautiful, but again, it's another gay trauma film of a lot of drug use, loneliness, parents unapproving, and I was like, it's beautiful, but again, I'm like, great.
Yeah, but we are in this moment, aren't we, of like kind of victimization and microaggressions being the currency of the day. Like it's
for gay people or for everyone?
For everybody, for every minority community. I mean, if you pitch a movie or a TV show that's about how uncomplicated and fun it is to be socially active in 2024,
right?
No, it's not going to get anywhere. But if you talk about how difficult it is to be a queer woman of color, that's people are going to pay attention.
Yeah, it's sad, isn't it, that people love watching people struggle? Like,
yeah, I mean, it's become a status thing, hasn't it?
Yeah,
it's like there's almost an oppression Olympics where everyone's fighting to be the most oppressed community, and the somewhat justifiable guilt of the straight white male gatekeepers of culture who run studios and television networks and stuff, I think are maybe overreacting and making it harder for. I mean, that film that you're proposing, a sort of normalized film that's just about something where there's just a gay person in the background who has a normal life.
As that was in the front as well,
as that was going through the process of development, I'm pretty sure that these days, given how familiar I am with the entertainment industry in Australia and the US, there would be many choke points at which they would say, "Can't we turn up the gay thing? He should have some kind of trauma. He should have a religious uncle who's he's estranged from.
Who used to molest him? Yeah, sure.
You're going to want to create the drama, and the kind of drama that you're going to want to create will be through the prism of a social justice narrative about minorities being oppressed and besieged by.
You're very correct.
Power structures.
You're very correct. But I would hope that the struggle would lie in the external of, say, the bushfire.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm trying to get to. And
no,
not
I get it.
Because I think it could hinder people accepting who they fully are because of what they see the gay experience to be.